Well, smack your monkey boys. Your favorite chart monkeys are back with your weekly CyberKong show. The official CyberKong. It's the official CyberKong show. Yeah. Hang on. I got you muted. Hang on. There we go.
Yes.
There we go.
To all of that.
It's good to see you, dude.
You're coming in strong today, dude. It's that kind of day, right?
It definitely is after like the brutal past couple weeks. I flipped probably like some people here, like flipped into kind of bullish mode, I'm trying to be like cautious, but goddamn, I'm not. Like, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling a little something changing in the market. I am the this time is different guy. I'm trying to keep that in check as much as possible, but I am that. That is me. I will always be that. I look for the best in everything. And I don't know. Finally, the past like day, we're starting to see little signs of why it might be that. I mean, like, we're not supposed to see any kind of all-time highs again this cycle. There's cycle's done. People are saying it is not different. Cycle's over. Like, fuck that, dog.
Yeah.
It's different. It's different this time.
Yeah. It's harder to round trip your bags if you believe in it. You know what I mean?
That. Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's just that simple. I can't hold. I can't hold if I don't believe in it, and it wouldn't be me if I wasn't round tripping. So, yeah, I'm here to round trip with all my buddies. I'm here to talk about what could have been but wasn't, and I'm excited to do another week because, like, actually, we got some shit to talk about, right? Flogs, we got X copy bubbles, we got Serpent from Ethos Network here. So yeah, good shit. Make sure, by the way, if you're watching, follow us on X at Chart Monkeys, at CyberKongs. Head over to Twitch, follow us there. I believe you can subscribe now, and go over to YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Chart Monkeys on all that stuff. And we got an awesome show. We got a great show for you today.
Yeah, and let's even get into it kind of quick because so we had Woot from Flog on last week, which is awesome. Like, such a cool freaking guy. I think I'd mentioned at the end, like, when we, once he left the stage, I'm like, I like that guy a lot. I did. And I fucking love him after. I'm like, oh, that guy is like, you can tell when you're aligned and somebody's in it for the right reasons and is into probably the stuff you're in. It just, all of it felt right and felt good. So it was awesome. And then following it up this week with another killer guest, man, you called it. And I think he's a contact friend of yours, whatever, but Serpent from, I love Ethos, by the way. I think Ethos is so important and something, dude, years ago, I'm like, dude, we need a social credit system here in crypto. And then people are going to hate it, but this anonymous social credit score system, whatever, we're going to need it. And boom, the man delivers. So we got him coming on in probably just a few minutes.
Yeah, we had Serpent in the he did a Discord stages with us some months ago. I really like Serpent. It's funny because you did. I think you were talking about like that social credit score back in 21, where you said like this type of thing would happen. It obviously has. I've got questions for him. Specifically, I want to know why I can't slash G Money. My score is not high enough. I think you got to be at like a 1400 score to slash. So we'll get into that. Maybe he would be willing to use his score to slash him for me. But we'll find out. I don't know if you can. I don't know if you're allowed to do that or if that goes against the ethos of Ethos. See what I did there?
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, no, I'm curious about that then. Well, we got a few minutes. Let's go check in on Flog, which the mint was today, man. I mean, this has been a hell of an event, and I think it's one of the most flawless mints we've seen in a while. From the blind box mint, 2-ish weeks ago at this point, that we didn't know led to anything else. As far as we knew at mint time, it was mint 1 box or 6 boxes, like a 6-pack or a 12-pack in the end. Then we find out shortly after that, hey, just so you know, your 12-pack equals 2 free mints over on Ethereum for new PFP collection. Your 6-pack is a one guaranteed mint. And any of the individual boxes now gets you in a raffle for also some guaranteed mints. Just incredible. We saw prices run up to, for the ultimate box, up to like 1,200, 1,250. The 6-packs got to, gosh, I'm going to say like 700-ish. Might be a little off there. And then single packs got to like 95, 100. Like, awesome to see those kind of returns. All of that like a 4, 5, 6x.
Can I give just a super quick shout out to PyStar because he bought, I think, a single box on secondary, and he got in for the guaranteed. So
Nice.
he got his. That's a great, like, that's just a great win. And you want to know something? Sometimes, like for me, I only knew about this. Like I was aware of the blind boxes, but I minted that day on your show on a Saturday. It was you reminding me. And I guarantee there's people who are like in the Kongs Discord or outside of it that they only got into it because they heard about it from somebody else. And to those people who got in, paid less for their box than what the current floor price is for flogs. GG's. Like that's just feels nice to get a good win. And to your point, he like, I know the word masterclass is overused, but like the way Woot did it, I just absolutely loved it.
In this like era of NFTs, especially, like, dude, it's so hard to do. But okay, even the way he set up the mints here, I think is fucking awesome. And also, yeah, GG's to people who did the one box and landed. Musty, I think, nailed it. I think Confusion got it that way too. There was somebody else I know that also like either sold their 12 pack, rolled the dice on a couple individual boxes and hit. Like got a box, like awesome. And it's because the way they did it is your odds of hitting on a single box was actually really high. So it's good to see. Okay. So you had what? I think 24 hours. I think 24 hours to claim in the guaranteed phase. There's a first come, first serve phase coming up tomorrow. I don't know if that's a 24-hour thing or what. What I'm looking at, though, is there's a public phase that is next week, whole week off, where they're priced at 10 ETH to mint, which is kind of a meme. They're not going to get there. I think on OpenSea, you have to put in a public thing. So you just fill it with bullshit. And they filled it with bullshit, 10 ETH. But also, if it makes it there, it won't. But if it makes it there, 10 ETH floor.
There's going to be probably 1,000 of these left, give or take, at first come, first serve. I might be slightly wrong on that. In fact, I don't remember if the whole allocation went to like guaranteed and then whatever's left over goes to first come, first serve. But this will be minted out in 45 seconds.
They actually bumped it up. It was like, I think it was 800 go for the raffle. And then they bumped that up to like 1,000. So increasing your odds. And then whatever's left over, and I don't know where that number is, but whatever's left over is then what goes to first come, first serve. And you only get to get that if you didn't get a guaranteed prior, right? So he's really like spreading it out there with these awesome free mints. Again, it's just fucking perfect. He nailed it. Home run. And by the way, these are sitting at a basically a 0.22 floor, unrevealed. And I'm assuming a day or two till they reveal, but it's just fucking amazing. I just think it's so great. So
what's
you got
your
a game
play?
plan?
Oh, yeah, I was just going to ask you. So my game plan is I feel like I need to sell one just because like I want to lock in some P. But like the degen in me loves the reveal, and we all know what happens like post reveal. The same thing that happened to the blind boxes before, once the snapshot happened, like post reveal, things should, tank a little bit. People start hunting rares, but I feel like I'll probably sell one pre-reveal and roll the dice. But dude, anything's possible. I might bag hold these to zero.
It's so hard. I just love NFTs too much. So it's so hard for me selling it unrevealed, thinking it's always gonna be my time to hit that legendary 1/1 rare thing. That's the nightmare is you sell one and you happen to sell the one that's the rare that's gonna go for 2 ETH or whatever, right?
It's never happened to me.
Never
Happened to me. I've never sold an unrevealed that turned out to be a 1 of 1. Never.
Oh, okay.
Like the odds are so low. So I mean, it could happen, but you know what? It's one of the most successful mints, especially when it comes to floor price that I think we've seen in a while.
Definitely, it'll be one of the top ones this year for sure. The only time I've even revealed something like Giga Rare was like last cycle Monkey Bet DAO, like that beanie kind of project. We'll get into beanie later, by the way, but
yeah,
got the rarest in the collection. Yeah. At one point had I think like a 10 ETH offer. I'm like, no, come on, this is a 50, 100 ETH thing, and
rookie numbers,
shit, dude.
Rookie numbers, 10 ETH offers. Yeah. Come on.
So, okay, we have an X copy mint today too, and this is a quick heads up for you guys because that came out of nowhere. There was some speculation that there might be a mint. He also was down at Art Basel Miami, so I wasn't sure if it was an exhibition or a mint, and it turns out it's both. But just to put on your guys' radar, it's a new collection called Bubbles. I think it's called Bubbles. And most people are probably eligible, especially if you hold an X copy piece somewhere. So we'll get into this maybe more later. We have Serpent here, so I'll say this. You might want to go to the site. It's bubbles.art. Just double check the URL, but go there, see if you have any bubbles to claim here. It's a huge edition collection. I think it's like hundreds of thousands.
10 mil.
Oh, shit.
10 mil. One bubble will survive.
Oh,
It's
wow.
free. You either need to be on the allow list or get a code IRL if you're down at Basel. I think he's running this through the 7th of December. So one survives. So immediately, like, yeah, I was super happy about my bubbles, but now I know that I have a 1 in 10 million chance of surviving.
Imagine any of you, any of us, if we get the 1-1X copy,
Yeah.
fucking imagine. It's like, what a feeling that would be.
Yeah. North Korea would be so fucking happy if I got the 1 of 1. They would just be like hitting me up from every account possible, setting up a podcast to get me on and get their hands on it. So, yeah, let's get Serpent up, dude. I
Let's
want
do
to,
it.
I want to get into it. You jockey the screen.
I'll jockey. Okay. Serpent, we've only had, actually, this will be our first time with 3 on the screen. If I fuck it up, sorry, hang on. Let's get it.
We've had 3 on the screen, but not with the scenes.
Is that true?
Yo,
What's up, man?
I'm here.
You're here. It's good to see you.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I've been listening. I've got Bubbles art up. I'm like, whoa, there's an X copy bit today. Anyways, I'm learning a lot just sitting here at the backstage. So
Are you minting?
I did. I probably. I
Check
guess.
the allow list.
Yeah.
There's an allow list checker. By the way, just a quick thing. There's an allow list checker. If you connect your wallet though, and you go to claim, it'll ask you for a code. But underneath that, there's a little link that says "Don't have a code." If you're on the allow list and you don't have a code, which most of us don't, because you can only get those IRL, click the "Don't have a code" and it will let you. It'll let you claim.
Sick.
Beautiful.
Serpent. By the way, thanks for carving out time for us. We really appreciate it. We said before we had you. Oh, and now
you lost
sorry.
me. It's okay. I do the same thing on my streams. Like it's a dance for sure.
We had you in the Kongs Discord some months ago, and really like enjoyed our conversation with you. By the way, after that, Serpent gave us, I think, like a whole bunch of invite codes to give out to people. Just sort of just one of those people who's like, you meet founders like a Woot, or Link from Cool Cats, or just like a lot of the people that we know, and you're like, these are just like good people, the non-ruggers, people who are trying new shit. Serpent is 100% in that category. So yeah, thanks for the time today. I kind of want to, like, we can go any direction with this, but I always like, even though a lot of people are familiar with Ethos, I think it's just good anytime you get a platform to talk about it, to tell people who may not be familiar with Ethos what exactly Ethos is.
Yeah, we are trying to solve the biggest problem in Web3, which is like financial incentives still align more with grifting and stealing and rug pulling and being not a great founder, instead of what it should be, which is running good businesses, being here for oriented around the long term. Whether you're a builder or a trader, we don't have a way to measure reputation. We don't have a way to measure how credible someone is. And we kind of need it. It's the Wild West right now. And so what Ethos does is basically a way to measure using on-chain social signaling, like I review you or I trust you, how credible someone is. And at the end of the day, what it does is it gives you a really simple and easy to use score that allows you to understand this is someone that I can trust. Maybe you're doing an over-the-counter trade for an NFT and you've never heard of this guy. You can go look him up and say, do I have buddies that know him? Is this someone that is like a serial rugger, or should I consider, actually doing a deal with them? And so the kind of concept is allowing us to all understand better who's who and who's trustworthy and who's not.
When did you know that we needed this? Right? When was that like so obvious? Like, come on, man. Like,
it was probably like the start of the bear last cycle in 2022. I mean, it was really like the full-on bull market is when like the grift rears its head. But you don't see the impact of it until the bear market starts to happen. So I'd say like sometime 2022, and you're looking at all the teams, pull the last stops, do stupid things that no one should have done, give up, basically, walk away from whatever. There were just one too many things at that point. And it made it obvious to me that, like, man, people say they say one thing, talk is cheap in this space. How do we make it not cheap?
I just noticed you pulled me up on here and I have a 1,454 score. Remind me, because I swear I was on here the other day trying to slash somebody.
Mhm.
And is it a 1600 that you need to slash someone?
Oh, you know what's funny is like we've changed it so many times that I forgot what the rule is. I think it might be 1600 now. It was 1400 and we got a lot of slash spam. Um,
Mm.
I'm open to revisiting that. I don't have a strongly held opinion about 1600 versus 1400 for slashing people because there's
Oh,
risk. There's risk involved,
Yeah.
right?
yeah.
So
Henry
All
wants
right.
to do some slashing, I think.
If you are feeling like you might want to lower it even temporarily, maybe I would be more than happy to see that, or I'd love to see my score get to a 1600.
yeah, there
One
you
of
go.
one of the
I'm
two.
open to experimenting with it. We do. It is funny because we're talking about these levels, and for people who might not have full context, like this is the score that represents someone's credibility, at least in terms of what we've observed from what other people have said about this person. And 1400 seems to be kind of the threshold of like, it has a reasonable amount of social proof. There are people that like this person that have said something nice about them. They exist. Like 1400 is a pretty good kind of like Sybil detection, is what I would argue. And you get to 1600, and that's kind of like, okay, people, they're either participating in Ethos or someone like Kobe or Zach XBT, a significant amount of social proof out there, lots of reviews. When you're under 1300, though, you kind of fall below the fold. And when I go to talk to partners and people that are interested in integrating with scores, it's like, yeah, like if 1400 is kind of that barrier of how do we give rewards out? How do we help users identify real people? But yeah, everything boils down to this score that makes it really easy to understand.
Do you know what's awesome about Ethos is, and this was just like a real world scenario. When I say real world, our world, right? Is that like I had somebody that I had a problem with, somebody who did stuff a little bit dirty to Kongs,
Mhm.
and you feel helpless. Like there's nothing you can do,
Mhm.
right? It's
Right.
Web3. There's nothing you can do. And someone was like, slash him on Ethos, and I
Mhm.
was like, holy shit, this is the place that you can
Yeah.
go to. It was the first option, by the way. It was the
Mhm.
first option. Go to Ethos, because then you can have it's like a Google review for an IRL business.
Mhm.
If you get negative reviews, you don't like that. Maybe you want to try to fix it.
Mhm.
But it's kind of nice that it's starting to kind of mesh into our minds that like, no, this is actually a place where if you feel a bit helpless or you feel like you
Mhm.
can't reconcile something, uh,
You
you
can go
can.
do something about it. Yeah, it's the same kind of emotion that you tap into. Like you go to like the Chinese joint down the street and you like bite into your um well, okay, it's not Chinese, but I was gonna say tom yum soup. That's a Thai place. But like, and there's a piece of metal in it. You're like, fuck this place. I'm gonna go leave a negative review on Yelp, right? Or you might call it the BBB, and I don't want to be the BBB, but like, having a way to that emotion of like, oh, I want to be able to warn other people and potentially like have consequence like that whether it be in my example of random restaurant saying, oh shit, we need to like take a step back and like look at our quality control of the food that we're putting out there, or preventing your buddy from accidentally going and having the same impact. Like that emotion of wanting to go drive that change is strong. And my god, like in 2022, that emotion I felt a lot, right? There were a lot of projects that I was looking at and like, man, you guys just walked away, right? Like you were never here for the long term. You said all of these things about what you wanted to do. Like we shouldn't reward those teams coming back. They shouldn't have another chance to kind of run the same grift again. So anyway, that's the kind of like thesis that we've been operating on.
How have you found like the last handful of months, right after we
Mhm.
kind of hit all-time highs with Bitcoin, and then things started to trail off a little bit? How do things feel right now? Do you feel like nobody's paying attention? Do you feel like you're still you're still keeping your users engaged? Just
Mhm.
as a builder, what's the vibe check out there for you?
Yeah, I mean, it's so interesting. Like one of the cooler things about Ethos is I do feel like it's a little bit more bear proof personally, like recession proof. It's like alcohol, right? Like same emotion in a sense. Like I want to get away from this thing, or I'm pissed at the world and like I want to like find an outlet for saying that. And the reality is like most of the shit starts to hit the fan right now. Like the not that we're going deep into a bear market or anything, but like right now is when you're starting to see some of the stuff that people were hyped about really falling apart and people really showing their true colors, like, I'm going to get the hell out of this thing. Like, I'm getting out of crypto forever. And so right now, I have found that people are, some of the most activated they've ever been, because they're looking at, look at project like Infinex, who launched their ICO. They talked about their ICO. Well, now we gave them this ability to go vote on, like, if they're bullish or bearish on it. And, like, if you could click into that Infinex one, like, they talk about their ICO. Most people are pissed about it. Then they come here and they vote this sentiment of like, hey, I'm super bearish on what they're doing going forward. And really, I believe that because Ethos captures that drama, we have had it, better than other teams potentially, in the sense of just like, people are still active, people are still interested. If we were a trading platform for meme coins and we were, long tail platform, no one would be on our product anymore. And so like it is a scary to be in that situation. It is also why I feel a little bit better about the position that we are in ourselves.
What are people primarily using it for, like
Mhm.
today? And then what are they going to be using it for like a year out from now? Because it's getting interesting.
Mhm.
I see even like Coinbase is developing a reputation score. And I think that's more like
Mhm.
on-chain reputation for
Mhm.
lending and the financial side. And
Mhm.
that's where I think it's going, but you're the expert here.
Yeah, so right now, I think most users are getting value and understanding more about other users. Meaning, like, as a consumer, I can understand more about another consumer that I'm going to over the counter with, or another person that's building a project that is launching something. It helps you measure sentiment. I've always argued crypto is like 95% sentiment and narrative trading and lacks fundamental trading usually. So having a way to measure that and go look at it is really what people are getting value out of right now. They use the Chrome extension where you're browsing X and you can see all of the scores directly in X, and that just gives you a little bit better of an insight into like who's who. Where we've been pushing a little bit harder, if you scroll to the top and there's an exclusive access page at the very top. Yeah, right there. And we've been working with a lot of teams who are either launching new things or they're doing some sort of a TGE. And when they're thinking about who do I want my product to go to, whether it be a token or a new launch or an NFT mint or whatever it might be, I want to target real users. I want to target people that are in the space. I want to make sure they're not getting to the hands of 500 Sybil accounts. I don't want to be in a bubble maps tweet, right? And so the way that we've been working with teams is, hey, we have this set of credible users that is very difficult to Sybil attack. It's very difficult to spoof your credibility. And if you draw this kind of line in the sand above a certain score, you can very easily target real, authentic, credible people. And so, where we are starting to see it get adapted is things like, how do I understand more about the user as a project and go target people better? But I think it will evolve into how every app thinks about interacting with users. And what I mean by that is every app is starting to turn into a social app in this space. When you look at FOMO, or you look at which is a social trading app, you start by signing up with X effectively, right? You are leveraging your reputation, whether people know it or not. Like Frank could trade on a totally Anon wallet, or he could associate his wallet with Frank, his name. That allows him to build up this rapport with people that are following him. And so whether it be when you're trading, you can go see what someone's reputation score is and copy trade them or like slash them because they led you down a terrible path. To even things like lending, which we've been working with NFT lending providers. We're working with a bunch of different actual lending, like under collateralized loan providers. We have the infrastructure now to say, this is this person, here's how credible they are. But we also give users the ability to create consequence if they do something bad. And that is a really important part when you think about under collateralized lending, lending in general, or just like being a participant on a platform. And so in a year, I think you're going to look up and like this score is going to be, how you interact with most things, because it's how you identify that you're not wash trading. It's how you like that the platform isn't 100% wash traded. It could be a way that people say, these are the actual users that we have on our platform versus all of the like fake accounts that are sibling our network. So there's a bunch of different ways it gets used. The last 10 months for us has been build the infrastructure that enables it.
I have two things real quick. First, the browser extension that you were talking about. I'm not familiar with that. What's that about?
Yeah, so there's a extension in Chrome that you can get where we show Ethos scores in a handful of different places. The primary one would be X. If you go to Google and search Ethos Everywhere Chrome extension, you should be able to find it. It also might be in the menu item. But so it only works on desktop, but as you're scrolling, you can really quickly see like at a glance, this person scores this person scores that. And it allows you to get really just quick information about who's who. We also have integrated that into Zora, into OpenSea, into Kaido. And so when you're looking at those products, they also show that like, you could just go to X now and refresh it. Similar to like the OP one there that I forget what provides OP. There you go. Yeah, see, so it has this
Oh, how
like
cool.
I use it, man. Yeah, it's
Oh, I
awesome.
had no idea. Even though this is like staring into the lens of a flashlight with your light mode, this is still cool.
And if you look on the right side, we just shipped another update where you can actually see the Ethos score in that like above relevant
Oh,
people, like it shows you're on Peter's page. On the right side, it has
Oh,
all of his stats there. And so you can say like, oh, what is like the top review that people say about him kind of thing, and
oh,
get a little
wow.
bit quicker info. You can even write a review if you click write a review, which you probably won't be able to. Because you probably haven't enabled it. But we have a way now where you can write reviews directly from X. And so we've gone as far as like I've been building products for 12, 13, 14 years now. I know better. You can't get people to come to your product. It is really difficult to get people to come to your product. So we try to go to people's product and we try to say, like, okay, you're an X every day. That I know you're going to load X every day. How do I put myself in front of you every day? I integrate with X, right? And so that's been a really like strong way for us to add value. I think that's where people get the most value, to be honest, is that Chrome extension. But it also keeps us on your mind, right? We're always thinking about it.
I when I was looking at your guys' page earlier, it might have been last week. I just saw, or like Ethos was commenting on, how you go about just trying to like clean up, whether it's Sybil attacks, et cetera. And one of the things that I like is that like you're pretty transparent, if you will.
Mhm.
Like you're trying. You can tell from the outside you're trying. You're trying to
Mhm.
improve the
Right.
product. You're trying to make it better. And actually, there was a situation. It might have been like 4 months ago where you
Mhm.
actually had reached out to us. There was a Kong that
He was
you
Sybil
weren't.
attacking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But before you knew that he was, you
Mhm.
actually checked with us to say like, "Hey, are these people that you guys recognize?" Like
Right.
before you just decided like, "I'm nuking all of
Right.
this."
Right. Mhm.
You actually went that next step of like, "Let me contact them." I was like,
Mhm.
that. I don't want to say it's in the weeds. That's not the right way to say it. For a founder,
Mhm.
like hats off to that type of approach,
Thanks.
that
Yeah.
before you wreck somebody you were willing to even check, because a lot of people just be like, I'm not wasting my time, I'm not
Right. This
reaching out to
guy's
anyone,
yeah.
not looking
Right.
for a response, I'm just doing it. So
Mhm.
I think that was pretty baller on your end.
Yeah, and to be fair, like that is a big problem that we have with the platform, right? And it's in line with how we think about the platform is like we don't want Sybils. We want people to do it and use it authentically, right? Like you should only review Henry if you actually know Henry. If Henry DMs you saying, please, man, give me a review, I'll send you $15, tell me and I'll go
Yeah.
slash him, right? Like, but like that. So we've created bounty systems around this to help ensure that people, aren't kind of
Ah,
abusing the system. And so, yeah, that guy got caught up in the bounty where someone and all they wanted was XP, but we also pay out $50 if you give us someone that like is notable. You identify a Sybil account, and there are some like motivated Sybil hunters out there. And so he came up in like 3 or 4 people's reports. and
Yeah,
and
yeah.
and he opened up and he said, "Yep, I totally did it. Someone told me once, always simple attack every product, so I just simple attack, right? It's not he's not like trying to take us out or anything, but
When we
like
found out who it was very spot on for who he is.
yeah, and I can't blame anyone, right? Like people are farming stuff. I get it, but like that dilutes the point of Ethos. Like you if you have 10 accounts that are reputable, you represent a risk to the product.
Um I've been very careful about who I give invite codes out to, because that's a whole other component of it,
Then
right? Like
mm-hmm.
if you're giving out invite codes, your score can be affected by what their score
That's
is,
right.
or how their
Or if they
score
get
gets affected.
slashed. Or if they get slashed. So
Oh, wow.
this is one of the ways that we have helped ensure that the network is safe. Is like if you invite someone who ends up getting slashed and their score goes way down, you pay the price in your own score. And it's really funny because you'll talk to people and they totally get it. They're like, yeah, okay, I'm not going to invite anyone. Like, I'll be very careful, right? And then you have these other people that are like just inviting like their whole
Anyone.
families and like it's all these connected accounts. And you're like, oh my God, you didn't even think about it. And then they get mad and they're like, what the hell? Why am my score going down? I'm like, you have to approach it as a reputation and credibility product. This is not a farm, right? If you treat it like a farm, I think you'll only be disappointed. If you treat it like something like you would treat Yelp, then just don't you shouldn't even have to think about like, oh, I'm gonna go get a review from all my buddies. Like, I'm hoping that just starts happening more naturally and organically as the value of the score goes up. So, anyways.
What
Man.
oh, go ahead, Uda.
Well, I was going to say, we saw Mega ETH use the Ethos score with their big, I
Their
don't know,
token
token sale.
allocation.
Dude, it was
Yeah.
all, and that was one of the most in demand pre-sales that we've seen
Right.
yet.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna assume we're just gonna see more and more of that. Are you
That's
seeing
my
that from
job right
projects?
now.
There
Yeah, I
you
mean,
go.
we have a person on the team that works in biz dev, and he and I talk all the time about just working with every single project. And I will say that one sparked a bunch of interest from a bunch of other projects that are doing the same thing, because everyone has the same problem. That when you are creating a token, unless you are completely corrupt and you're like, I'm just gonna airdrop it to myself, you really care about the distribution of this token on airdrop. And you don't want it to go to simples. You want it to go to credible people. It doesn't have to be that you have a 2000 score, right? Even Henry's score over 1400 would be very well targetable, because the likelihood of Henry having 14 other accounts at 1400 is basically zero. And so from like when I go talk to these teams, they want to know all this information about the people that they're targeting, and the credibility score is the easiest way to filter. And I will say that Mega ETH did still say like, oh, they went to Coot Capital and they gave Coot Capital has a very poor score allocation because of other things. So it's not that people are just looking at the Ethos score in isolation either, but it is a very helpful way to. I believe that it will be your eventual like pass to interacting in the most optimal way, whether it's reduced fees on a site because you know who people know who you are, or being able to access loans and lending at better rates because you're not anonymous. Like very standard stuff in Web 2, very outlandish feeling in Web 3, but we're kind of closing that gap. And that's the like behind the scenes that you don't see when you're like, oh, it's a reputation protocol. And you're like, well, actually, it's kind of like an identity layer where you can be rewarded for your identity, and you can benefit from that reward because people really want to target specific individuals. Companies want to target specific individuals.
I feel like years from now, hopefully not years, but I feel like Serpent's the kind of guy that's going to take this type of product to a level where, like, you look at Kalshi, right? And you look at like the type of money that they're bringing in, and the valuations they have. It's like, this is that type of product that can really, really make it. And Serpent is the kind of guy that I think has the ability to be able to ship it to that level.
We'll see. Gotta have good fish in. We gotta find a way to make some good money out of it too. But I appreciate you saying that.
No, it's tough, dude. Like, we know it's tough building. Like, Huda at Crypto Slam, I'm at Kong's. Like, we know, like, behind the scenes, capturing and keeping attention is really difficult.
Oh,
infrastructure products, I think, are like, NFTs are one thing. They're really niche, right? But like, infrastructure products are going to be, they're just that thing that makes so much sense for what's coming. And I'm kind of curious, like, what does the next like 6 to 12 months look like for you? Like where are you heading with this?
Yeah, I like to play my cards close to my chest because you have to have some excitement.
Sure.
But we're a team that have proven, I think, to everyone we know how to build and we know how to build fast. And there are things on my radar that I'm very excited about that are mostly coming from the companies that we're talking to, the companies that want to know more about their users and how to target them effectively and how to, help them be successful in launching things. And so I don't have a lot to share other than I'm very excited about what the future roadmap kind of looks like. I've built products for 12 years, and so every time I talk about roadmap, I always know that I'm setting other people up for disappointment if we don't build exactly what we say we're going to build.
Sure.
And that is ignorant of how things get built. Sometimes we will build something and we'll be 3 weeks in, we'll scrap everything like that fucking stupid idea, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, so I'm excited about a lot of the things that are coming. That I can't really talk too much. One of the things that we have a lot of people demand for is like, I want to be able to vouch for people, not just in ETH, but in stables too. People said that when ETH was 1,800, and then they thanked us when ETH was 3,800. And now they're like, they want stables again when ETH is going back down. But there's like some simple stuff like that. We haven't updated the smart contract since earlier this year, beginning of this year, basically. So we need to do some smart contract upgrades, especially around Ethos markets. I don't know if you guys know much about Ethos markets, but that's also a site where you can speculate on people's reputation and that reputation going up or down. I really want to add perps to this. I think that would really unlock a lot in terms of like being able to further speculate on things. So,
oh, wild. Okay, I'm gonna have to
That's
check
super
that
cool,
out.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So basically, I'm gonna have to short G Money
you can
before I
short.
slash him.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. I want people to be able to speculate on stuff like that. And it is very similar to prediction market, but different because it's perpetual, because your reputation doesn't end, right? Like you don't just lose your reputation, and therefore it doesn't have like a line in the sand date. But anyways, like there's a lot that we want to build on top of that in terms of things that we want to iterate on that we already have out there in live.
I love it. I love
Man,
it.
that's still cool. It's like it's a quicker way sometimes to see where someone's reputation is heading. It's just, another like shortcut to
AI
getting that.
XBT
was a great example. Like his reputation score went up super high, and then people were like, this guy's hallucinating like crazy, and people started actually buying the short side basically and taking money effectively from the people that were long on AI XBT. It's a very unique and different market. It's actually most similar to noise.xyz, but they built perps from the start. And that's why I kind of want to add perps into the equation. I think it makes it a lot more fun. And liquidity is king, right? That's how everything.
Yeah.
That's how the market works.
Dude, thank you so much for joining us today. Honestly, like I know we took a little more of your time than I initially said, but
no problem at all.
You're a great guy to chat with. Love to have you on here again as like more things roll out with Ethos. Like you're a friend of the Kongs, you're a friend of the show. Yeah. So thank you for carving out time today to spend a little time with us.
Appreciate it. Always enjoy talking about Ethos. It's what I do every day, so I'm here for it. So I'm happy to come back too. Yeah,
awesome. Yeah, awesome. Hope you have a great day. Hope Ethos continues to see success out there, and we'll catch up with you again here soon.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Great stuff. We'll see you.
Yeah.
Follow this dude on X. Honestly, Serpin XBT, I think he is Serpin Tax. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Dude, fucking great. Like, check it. I like that you compared him to like, prediction markets and how big they are and valuations. Because that's something. I mean, we'll actually hit this as we get to market talk. The kind of products we're seeing coming from crypto and how big they're getting and how quick they're getting. And I could absolutely see a platform like that being talked about like this, and a founder like that being talked about like this too.
I really like him.
I wasn't sure what to expect because I never know. You sometimes you meet a founder and they're just like a degen of a degen, and that's great, right? Degens can build really cool shit. But sometimes you'll meet somebody and you're like, oh, yikes, I don't know if that's the person that can get this to where it's real potential. Then you meet this dude and you're like, hey, I think this actually I'm more bullish on it after meeting him.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure. So
can I do a quick little pay some bills thing before we just get into
dog.
The rest? TrenchBot, it is your go-to Discord ad. I don't have my script, so we're just freestyling here. Go to trenchbot.io. It is your Discord trading bot. If you're a retard like the rest of us, you may not be very good at Axiom, but TrenchBot is a native Discord app where you can trade meme coins right from DMs or in a Discord server. It is easy to use. There are first caller rewards. So if you have it in your Discord and you're the first one to call a token, you get a percentage of the fees that are traded from all sells of that token. It is so easy to use on mobile. If you've been using Trojan before, it's very similar to that. The biggest difference is somebody can post a ticker in Discord and anybody can buy off of it. So easy to use. TrenchBot.io. We've updated the UI on it. It's awesome. Check it out. And back to you, Udo.
Dude, that was beautiful. You're really getting locked in with that shit.
Wow.
So good. So good.
Where are we heading, dude?
Dude, let's hit some market because I don't know. Every week I'm like, what's the story of the week? And this week it's the market. It is because we're all over the place. It's a very bipolar market. Last week or 2 weeks ago, we're down in the low 80s and we start inching back to 90, low 90s. Even just a few days ago, and then back down into the mid 80s. And we're like, oh, fuck, maybe it really is done. Maybe it really is over. But no, we're right back 92, 93K Bitcoin. And everybody's trying to get the feel for it. The guys who said it's over say you're crazy for buying into this pump. They're like, I would be shorting this right now. We're going right back down to the 80s. We're going right down to the 70s. And don't be shocked if we see 40s, 50s. And I'm like, at this point, I'd be shocked if we see 40s, 50s. But
no one knows.
It's looking good right now.
No one knows. Everybody that you listen to, I can almost guarantee they don't know shit. They just don't know shit. Everybody just says something. It sounds intelligent. And then you find out in the end, they don't know. Oh, one final flush to 70K. And then we're headed back to nobody knows. So just sit back. If you're sitting on a stack of majors and you have no plans to sell in this cycle, just sit back and watch the chaos unfold.
Does Ethos have a token? Or will they?
Not yet, but they rumors are that they will.
Okay.
So he kind of talked about that in the Discord stages. Of course, at some point they will, which is why I think people are farming their daily tasks to get XP. But I don't think Serpent is stupid, so he's got to wait for the right time.
Yeah, makes sense. Well, again, kind of just talking about him and that platform. Then, and this is that post I saw this morning or yesterday, and I'm like, this is why I'm so bullish still. Why I'm so fucking bullish, which is, okay, we have all this new regulatory stuff coming. We had, who was it yesterday? Atkins, I think, saying we have this innovation exemption coming to crypto next year. He's like, in January, this is going to be live, meaning crypto platforms, institutions are going to start getting, I don't know, some leeway here saying you can go build and you could do some cool tokenomic shit and you can drop a token and you don't worry about the SEC. Just go do stuff, go innovate and build. You combine that with this great write-up of what we've seen so far, which is Polymarket and Kalshi, both of these with $10+ billion valuations, right? Tether, one of the most profitable companies in the world, if it's by revenue and number of employees, it's off the charts. It's bonkers. Hyperliquid did as well as everybody knows, and they did it with no fundraising, and they're making millions a day in fees. Pump Fun, everybody knows as well. Now they got the token that's going to their platform users, we think. At some point, Hyperliquid already did token for users. And man, it's just put all that together and you look at 2026 with the innovation exemption and whatever else is coming for crypto, the Clarity Act. I'm like, I think we're going to see a bunch of these next year and over the next many years. I think we see this over and over and over. And I hope even more extreme. And I think even more extreme. It's hard for me to not be bullish on what's coming, dude.
Yeah. And I think people just have to recalibrate a little bit between, does this bullishness you're talking about with more infrastructure coming, more legislation, just more clarity, right? I think we all just need to be ready. And I've said it before, it's not a unique thought, but we need to be ready for what part of crypto do we need to be in? Where do we need to be? It may not be pretty PFP mints. It may not be shit coins. That stuff will still be there. We see the wins there are dwindling, if you will. But what's going to be that next thing that we can get into? And somebody brought up a great point in voice chat the other day that I can't recall, but I will as we're talking, where I said, just tell me something. I think it was Homeless. I'm like, tell me something outside of our normal, PFP mints, meme coins that actually could be an interesting thing that we as a space could still take part in. It'd be a better story if I remembered what he said. I don't. I hope it comes to me because I was like, oh, that's actually something that's actually something that could work. I like that line of thinking. So I'm kind of excited to just see like what are the things that we're going to be exposed to that we're not exposed to now that could be game changers.
I wonder what it'll be. But like I'm thinking it's whole new meta of, do you know what I hope it is? Pure hopium. I hope it's ownership, like an ownership meta. Okay, what I mean by that is, and I don't remember if we talked about this on the show last week, maybe, but this AI project called Caesar, where it's AI project, it's on base, token equals equity in the company now, and this is like official, legit, SEC approved kind of thing. I hope that's the meta. It's like bringing crypto and AI back to what we thought it would be. Owning a token equals owning, like, kind of owning equity in the brand.
It's funny
you
said
wanted
that. That's what he brought up, was
Oh.
exactly that. And it was, he used the analogy of like Turo. There was an NFT project that he had bought years back where like the money basically bootstrapped them buying some cars that they could rent out, and then the money got equally split between the NFT holders. And I had kind of replied like, well, yeah, but that stuff kind of exists already to some degree. You have Kickstarter campaigns. The thing that I think the blockchain does is I think it just makes it all easier. Instead of having all these official filings and, public, offerings, to Subdue's point here, dividends, I think the blockchain just simplifies all of that. The downside to it is that you're going to get a bunch of idiots who have no business sense that are going to launch things. And now all of a sudden you're relying on some random person to be managing these rental properties or the vehicles or whatever that, case study may be. So like there will be a side to it where it's like you always got to try to pick your winners and you don't really know in the space who's LARPing and who's not. But the blockchain could remove some friction from that.
Yeah, damn, I hope so, man. Okay, so I want to tie, we'll get into more like NFT stuff too, but I want to tie it all together back to ownership. We'll get there shortly, but question for you, question for chat here, and also another reason why I'm so bullish. Okay, it's the regulatory stuff. It's what we were just talking about. It's what I think is going to be a crazy 26 and a whole bunch of airdrops. But the thing I've always been bullish about is the next 5 years, the next decade with AI and how it's going to change everything, right? But part of that and how it benefits us is, look, the whole fucking economy's broken. Our national debt is out of control. It's all broken, right? We know this. We're hit over the head with this all the time, that it's all broken and going to keep breaking, but that crypto is the savior for it. Somehow, I hear this a lot, right? I think you guys have too, and you guys tell me if I'm crazy or not that we hear that, but I don't know what that means, how that translates to, how crypto is the fix. But I only realized it wasn't crazy today when I saw BlackRock say the same thing, which is here. $12 trillion BlackRock says U.S. national debt will accelerate crypto adoption. Like, how, why? I've got to figure this out, because if we know the specifics, the why, how does crypto fix this, or how does this help crypto, then my confidence is off the chart. Then I go in full crazy perma bull mode where I'm like, there is no chance there's a bear market. There's no chance this isn't different because of this. I got to figure this out. But do you have any guesses how it fit? Like, how does the debt translate to accelerating crypto adoption? What are we putting on crypto rails?
I told you that I asked ChatGPT that earlier today, and it basically told me it doesn't. But then I just kind of wondered, like, is it possible? And this is probably not possible, but could it be a reset of our could it be a reset of our fiat to all of a sudden, like, no, we're going full crypto, stable coins, etc. But you couldn't screw people on the debt, but you could. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Somebody smarter than me has a better answer.
And I think this is the thing. When I always find this, somebody puts it out there, and then it's usually within a few weeks because it becomes part of the it's a talking point in crypto. Other people will explain it. I assume in a couple of weeks, somebody's going to have a great post explaining why. Whether it's Bitcoin in our, strategic reserve. I don't know how that helps other than buying pressure or buying Bitcoin, selling it down the road to help, right, eliminate some of that debt. I know it's stable coins backed by U.S. treasuries, which I know how that helps, right? But I still feel like there's more there, putting systems on crypto rails. That's what I don't know how it helps exactly, but I know there's something there. It's driving me nuts because I know there's something there. I know what they're saying is actually based in truth. I got to figure out how, and I think we're going to soon. But
they need to mint the $1 trillion coin like they've talked about. Just mint like 40 of them, wipe out the debt, and then go to a stablecoin system.
I love that. I think that'd be sweet.
But then part of me wonders, like we've talked about this before, a lot of us joined this because we like the idea of decentralization, the counterculture vibe. We were at the ground level of something really unique. I think a lot of us are still here feeling like we didn't really get the generational wealth we were hoping for being at the ground level. And now you've just got these big corporations that are probably going to be able to take advantage of this way better than we can with policies, et cetera. And part of me is just like, is this thing that we joined for still going to be the thing that we thought it would be? Or is it sort of like, no, you nerds started this revolution, but now it just turns into,
ours now. This is ours.
Oh, now. Yeah, exactly. Like this is ours now. They got a lot more money than we do.
I assumed it would be that, by the way. But what I think is, right, we get this different kind of investor in here and it's run at this different institutional level, but some of these guys are going to fall in love with the tech like we did. You remember that excitement you had when crypto clicked? Like, oh my God, dude. It's not just that like you understood it was cool and you understand a cool thing it can do. When you understood it breaks everything, it changes everything, right? It's the solution. Everything. That moment's going to happen for so many millions and millions of people out there. And some of them also will go play with us. They're going to find the meme coin thing. They're going to see somebody who gets 1,000x. They'll be like, well, how did they do that? I want to try. I want to see if I can do that. Right. Some people are going to find their way over here, and guys with a lot of money. And same thing with NFTs. Like that is the part of it that I think affects us. Our user base here in the trench is also going to grow big time too. So
yeah. Just need more wins like Fwog. Honestly,
no, it's great, dude.
Those are those kind of wins that just keep you in, like the easiest kind of money that you can ever make. And I feel like that and the opportunity for that is the thing that like keeps those of us that are poorer than most tapped in and keyed into what's next. And I just hope we can get some of the crumbs from the big guys that are coming in.
Let us eat just a little, just the crumbs. Cool stuff still coming. We've got a new Fed chair coming, possibly still this year. It is most likely early next year, but Kevin Hassett is probably going to be the Fed chair. Strong hints at that. Probably coming. Great. He was a Coinbase advisor, very, very pro crypto. Very good thing to have on our side. Now, again, things that have me still bullish, and this is beyond next year. This is just bullish if this is our, the headspace now. This feels like, what does it feel? It feels like there is a push to fix things at a different level now. Maybe I'm reading too much in it, but yesterday it was announced that there is a new Trump account created for kids. Kids born in the next 3 years are going to get a $250 investment account. $250, you're going to say not much, and it's not much, especially when we've seen such massive bailouts out there, right? It's not much, but to start showing kids that maybe they're cared about, even if that's not the real motive here, I mean, it's part of it, right? But showing kids that they're cared about, that we want to see them set up financially, soundly for the future. We want them to get their feet wet, get there in start seeing what investments can do, like start training them young. I think it's beautiful, and I do think this is a big deal. And I do think, look, if we can start here, but keep this mindset and keep doing things like this for that young generation, maybe it does change the world, because this is something that shouldn't just happen here in the States. It should happen everywhere. I would love to see more of this, but also the billionaires like Michael Dell and Susan Dell donating their money, $6-something billion out of their own pocket here to cover a bigger gap of kids, because the account, the official Trump account, is for, again, kids born between now and 2028. The Dells here are funding every child under 10 years old, where the house earns less than, I think, $150,000. So they're covering all these young kids. The sentiment is fucking awesome, and I do think there is a meaningful, there's an impact there that pays off like way down the road. Again, one of those things why I'm very optimistic about the next decade or so. What do you think of that, by the way? You've got kids.
I mean, I was a little bit pissed that it kind of missed their generation. Do you know what I mean? Like it missed their age group. No, I think it's awesome. Like free money and a savings account that has the opportunity to grow. And maybe there's more philanthropists that decide to add even more in. I think it's, I don't want to say I think it's about time that people with that type of just immense wealth start just trying to help out a little bit, people who may be a little bit underserved. So I think it's awesome. This
poor lady,
watching that video, I was like, before they shipped it, they had to watch it themselves and be like, what do you think? And she was like, it's good. They're like, you want us to fix anything in post? And she's like,
no,
absolutely not.
No.
Absolutely. It feels bad to talk about somebody's looks. The whole thing felt weird. He looked
Yeah.
normal, and then she's standing there in like a model pose with
Yeah.
this crazy non-blinking wide-eyed look. I don't
Well,
know.
I felt bad because I didn't feel bad at first because this is just like I sent Henry a picture. I'm like, it's just between me and him, and I just sent it because to me it was like a meme. It was just funny. Today when I saw people piling on, I felt bad, and I don't like that at all. But that was trending this morning. I think Susan Dell was like the number one trending like term this morning. I'm like, that sucks. Imagine just everybody in the world talking about how you look. And by the way, she's beautiful. She is, and when she was younger, even I don't know if this sounds shitty, even more so. She's beautiful.
Can you imagine how degenerate we are that a nice family is willing to contribute $6 billion to the youth of America? And the first thing that comes to mind is, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
What is this?
It speaks a lot to us as people now. It does.
It makes me wonder if there was like a red dot pointed at the back of her head from the side where they were forced to do this.
Hey, I didn't even think of that, but
it just could be.
So that was all fucking cool, and to the Dells because they're watching right now. But thank you. That's fucking amazing. It's if you want to actually do a little more and get our kids in there too would be sweet. But
yeah, that'd be nice.
It's awesome. And then you had this Binance news. They're creating the Binance Junior accounts, which instantly got me thinking about Kitty. It's a thing we wanted to do forever ago. Bring kids in. We wanted to bring our kids in and teach them security here in the blockchain space. Teach them about trading and just how to be safe and smart and analyze things. And again, we just wanted to bring the younger generation in because they're coming. They are absolutely coming. Nothing's changed my mind about that. But here you go. Binance Junior, parent-controlled app, lets you create sub-accounts for your kids and give them their allowance and give them their stimmies when they earn it and whatever, right? Love it. Love it. And I think there's also something because CZ had tweeted something out. Maybe there's something where, you die and your account's passed down to your kids, just like part of what this is. I think that's fucking awesome. So love everything about this. Love this new focus on like the younger generation. Again, please more of that.
Those are the things that like really, I don't want to say like really excite me. I don't wake up in the morning and go, oh my gosh, Binance has junior accounts. But these are the things like, yes, who cares about an X copy mint or flogs? These are those things that really start to validate the narrative of more people coming in and crypto being adopted more. Subdue, that's a great question. Can we use it in the US? Probably not. Probably not, but maybe Coinbase is going to follow suit. There's no way that Coinbase is not going to integrate this. So Subdue, we'll get it with Coinbase. You heard it here first on Chart Monkeys. Coinbase to integrate a junior wallet into their app. And if it happens, you can almost say it was my idea.
I like it though. I like the take. I think we'll see it. Still on the kid front too. And then let's get a little NFT chat in here. But we both have girls, right? Yesterday was cool because I got to show my girls a couple cool examples of builders in crypto making it just big. And, they're very important here. And I like to give my girls like people to look up to. I don't feel like I do that enough, but I don't know enough people, right? I just don't. But here in crypto, I at least know. I just know there's more people I'm paying attention to here. Anyway, you have the co-founder of Binance, who's now the co-CEO, which is awesome. Again, I can give them this woman to look up to, like, girls, you can do that. That is something you should be, you should know about them, know what they do and why it matters so much, and know how much she's respected. So I got to show her that, but also then the co-founder of Kalshi, now the youngest female billionaire, dethroning Taylor Swift. And I thought that to me was the coolest thing. It's like, Taylor Swift, great, but I'm not like putting Taylor Swift in front of my girls as that's your role model. This would be. Yeah. Build a cool product that's going to change how people do a thing. In this case, gambling, but like whatever the product is. And I'm like, and she's here in crypto and she's like a powerhouse now. So like yesterday was just extra cool.
I love getting the Kalshi like alerts of like, I saw one today for will Costco raise the price of hot dogs in 2026? It's like anything, dude, anything is a market now. Any and everything. I wonder if these companies are going to turn into like $1 trillion valuations. I wonder. I just like it. I know we don't have an answer to that, but it just makes me wonder. Like when this just becomes like, look at when you look at things like DraftKings and FanDuel and how embedded they are into the culture of like sports betting. Well, imagine you take something like that and you just turn it into crypto. Now it's Kalshi, it's Polymarket. And instead of it just being that, it's everything. It's the Westminster Dog Show. It's the Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest. It's the, dude, it's everything. It's a massive market. So be interested to see.
Yep. I'm going to get some bullish bearish loaded up here. So give me just a quick minute.
Let me know when you're ready for, are you ready for the?
Almost. This will take me like 1 minute. I was going to say too, and I'm going to put it on the screen here. There was a take about companies being worth trillions. It's actually getting really fucking wild out there with that. It's part of that same conversation of like the debt problem is not fixable, maybe unless with crypto. Again, I'll buy into that. I buy into it, but maybe we're entering into this era where valuations are like that. It's trillions. And maybe that's where we're heading. And maybe that's the kind of money we're talking about. So fuck yeah. You know what I mean? Like bring it on. Okay. Let's hit some of these stories here too. I feel like I had a couple, like an NFT thing I wanted to show, but let's see. Yeah, fuck it. Whatever. Let's go to bullish bearish. Hit.
Bullish bearish, bullish bearish, bullish bearish, bullish bearish, bullish bearish, bullish bearish, bullish bearish.
I love that, dude. I love it. Okay, how about this? This was not bullish bearish, but also I'll throw it in here. I don't know if Beanie is being like his smart ass self or if he buys this, but Dan Ives from Wedbush on the AI bubble saying, while the bears continue to yell AI bubble, we continue to point to this tech cap X super cycle that's driving this fourth industrial revolution into the next few years. This is driving trillions of spending over the next few years. So here's the problem or thing or whatever. I buy that. That is why I'm bullish over the next few years. I don't know if Beanie's basically saying this is how we talk. This is like us saying super cycle's coming, the omni cycle. It's meme coins, it's NFTs, it's all that shit. And then we saw how it played out. It didn't. I don't know if Beanie's saying this is where the AI thing is going or if he's putting this out there because this is actually where AI is going. Do you have a feel on that at all? Not at all. Okay. No. Then for now, we're going to go with, I think that's real. And I think it's real because everything's breaking. So how about that? All right. Okay. Bullish, bearish. We'll start here. Pudgy Penguins are partnering with the NHL. I actually think it's pretty cool. But at the 2026 Discover NHL Winter Classic in December, this starts down in Miami. It's right now, I believe. I think it's right now. Either way, I don't know. Big partnership. What do you think? Bullish or bearish on that?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's bullish. I'm curious what they paid for it. I think the NHL is low bob stuff, but like it's good for them. Does it matter? I don't think so. But I'm not against it. Actually, if I'm being honest, I'm bearish on it.
Bearish on it. Okay.
And that's not a jealousy bearish. I just am like,
like a so what?
Yeah, exactly.
I gotcha.
Save the money, distribute it to your holders.
I swear, a lot
of money on that.
That was it. Okay, hang on. I'm so sorry, but I got to go to this. This was the thing I wanted to make sure we I at least got to mention it. Fuck, where is it, guy? Oh my god.
Holy Tab Hill, dude.
I live in Tab Hill. I'm finding this, by the way. I need it. It's so important. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna find it.
Oh dear Lord.
It was to tie in everything. It was to tie in like the NFT shit, and it was to tie in the ownership shit. And hang on, I'm gonna find it.
Yeah, I believe in you.
Kalshi,
no pressure.
By the way, was CNN.
I saw that.
Pretty. Oh, dude. Also, not to just stop at everything. They are resuming the search for Malaysian Airlines flight MH370.
Oh, I have a find it. It's in another dimension. So good luck.
That's what some say. Okay, I'm going to stop looking. I'll just tell you what the post said. And I thought it was a great post. It is something I say, and I say it a lot. Okay, back to NFT ownership. Somebody put out there a big, long post saying, man, we all bought, actually, we talked about this a couple of weeks ago. We bought into NFTs years ago, not because they're collectibles. That's part of it. Like, they're collectibles. We get it. But we bought into it because we were like, oh, you share in the growth of the project through licensing and shared rev and stuff like that. Like, we did buy in for that reason. We were hoping this is a new way for projects to build along with the community, and it didn't play out. This post was like, it's bullshit that it didn't play out. Yuga Labs made hundreds of millions of dollars, and Azuki made plenty of money, and Pudgy's made money. It's like, where did that money go? None of it came to us, and that was what it was supposed to be. That was the dream. So the point of that was, maybe with the Clarity Act coming and with this innovation exemption, maybe that is something that starts coming. And for me, that's what brings us to the next NFT run. I don't think it's coming next year. I don't. But I do think in the next 5 years, we do see NFTs back where they were, a matured metaverse, but the ownership thing being a core part of that. And I was really happy to see somebody write that on the timeline, right? Because I talk about it on my show. I never put it out there. And now if other people are talking about it, I hope that's a conversation. I hope we can get there. NFT equals ownership, like a Rec Brands, Guy kind of scenario, like the Caesar token. That was it. I just want to see ownership meaning something here again, and actually revenue, dividends, whatever, working its way back to holders. That's it. I hope.
Okay.
I hope. What do you got here, dude? Parents.
Yeah, I just watch this and like look at what they're doing. It's like, imagine as a parent going through this. They're building an igloo. You just got to play it.
Okay. All right. Tell me if you have audio or not. Yeah. Okay. I'll kill it because we'll get the copyright. But beautiful.
Okay. Come on. Like, I know you post this so you feel good about yourself and look what I did with my kid, but like, you spend all this time to make all these blocks to post to make this igloo. And I just am like, how much time do you have? How much time do you have on your hands?
Are you bearish on this?
I'm so bearish on this. It's not even funny.
Holy shit.
Parent shaming. I don't like these parents parent shaming us because we're not willing to do this.
Okay. Yeah. That's an interesting take. Okay.
Yeah.
Huh. I can't be bearish on that. I can't. Quality time with a kiddo, magic moment. Henry's bearish. I love it.
Incredibly bearish.
I love it. This is Tom DeLange or whatever. Tom DeLong.
Blink 182, right?
Yeah. We went to the moon and then they put out that we didn't go to the moon. They didn't want people going, what's on the moon? What is he saying?
He's basically saying that us not going to the moon, that whole like conspiracy theory was a psyop because we went to the moon and we saw aliens. And so that was sort of to start the narrative of like, we didn't actually go to the moon because we went to the moon, but there was actually alien life form.
Oh, shit. Is that what he's saying? And you think there were aliens there?
I believe that there could be, or some existence of a civilization of sorts. Yeah, totally possible. I'm bullish on it anyway.
I'm with you, bullish. Joe Rogan was on a podcast and was talking more about that weird alien dream he had. And I'm like, I'm with him because I had an alien dream right at that same time, and it still was a different kind of dream. And it was, I can't shake this feeling that a big alien thing is coming. And of course, it's everywhere now, but I can't shake the feeling that there's something big coming.
Well, you see Marco Rubio kind of walking back what he had said in that interview, and it's just like so par for the course, that was years ago. I can't really. Yeah. Anyway,
that sucked to see, but I saw that.
This one's great. Okay, back it up for a second.
Okay.
Now, this is a mom of the year. They're walking, dad pushes the stroller. Look at this mom go after that stroller thinking her baby's in there. Come on. Because they were walking with their baby. He just took the baby out.
Wow. That's fucked up.
It's kind of funny. So to you young dads out there, try it.
If
you want to know.
If you really want to know.
If you want to know about the woman... This one is
crazy. That's crazy. Hang on.
Here's
fucked up. Okay, here we go. Oh, you were bullish on that guy?
Yeah. And her. And specifically her.
Bullish family. Bullish parents.
Okay. This is a chick who tosses a gun that was used in a crime off a bridge, records herself. And the internet sleuths, dude, took them 1 hour, the internet guys, to dig that gun out, and the police come.
Incredible.
To get rid of evidence, but I'm going to record myself.
Unfucking people are so stupid, dude. It's unreal.
Yeah. I'm bullish on the finders.
Yeah, and I'll be bullish on stupid people because they entertain the shit out of us. Dude.
Yeah.
Amazing. Palmer, Lucy, Lucky, whatever. Blows Joe Rogan's mind with the eagle eye helmet. Straight out of a sci-fi fever dream. Oh, dude, I saw this. Yeah. Hang on. This is awesome. This is the guy who created Quake.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
So, what did he make? Hang on, I gotta find. He's like a legend in gaming. I should know this. Was it?
I'll give the TLDR when you're looking this up if people haven't seen it. It's basically like the future of our soldiers. putting these on their AR. When you see like what they see through here, it's like a video game. They can see through walls. It's pretty incredible.
Yeah, let me play that.
Yeah,
He
you could probably
created the
go
Oculus.
towards the end.
That we just
Like,
let's configure the glass laser emission. This is made it where I've
no, maybe towards the middle ish. Okay, maybe go.
all share a view of the world. And by the way, this
Like that here?
I have,
Yeah, I think right here.
the robots as well. Let's see actually see.
There you
Oh
go.
wow!
Look at that.
Watch where your enemy is. They're tracking where the bad guy is. They're tracking where my guys are, and then watch when they go behind the container. You
Wow!
can actually see through it, and watch. Now they're engaging the guy over there, and he's down. You can all share a view.
Isn't that crazy?
Holy fuck!
Yeah.
Oh man, bullish as hell.
Yeah,
That's
bullish.
incredible. Dude, that gets me so excited. Minion time.
Did you see the Pokemon version of this that they
No.
did like a week ago? They put it's AI, right? But they like cooked up. What's the main little Pokemon character?
Pikachu?
Pikachu.
Yeah.
Yeah, this lady cooked up Pikachu. Now she's cooking up a minion.
Oh, dude, I saw the Pikachu one.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
It's
Damn.
crazy how good AI is getting.
So good, dude. So it's getting so good. I was chatting with a buddy yesterday about how the difference of a year ago to today. A year ago was bonkers too, and now it's crazy. Some of this shit is like
Wild.
who's whatever. It doesn't matter who I was talking to. I was telling him like half the videos I can't tell if they're AI or not. Some of the more realistic ones, like driving in a car and a giraffe walks up and like grabs a lady out of a car with his mouth and runs off with her. It's like ridiculous, but it looks so real. You're like, I actually could think that's real for a second.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm bullish on it.
Bullish. I'll skip some of these because we got a bunch left.
Yeah, you can skip the shrimp.
Any big ones you want to make sure we hit?
You know what? Let me see here because let's see. Line 14. I don't know if you copied him in, but the Elon's eldest son.
Oh, yeah. That one's great.
Like
40-year-old Kenyan man has claimed he is Elon Musk's eldest son, saying his mother met Musk in Kenya in the early 90s, now seeking a DNA. He looks a lot like him. He also looks like Paul Pierce.
Oh, you know what? That's fair. Yeah, I'd be curious. Like if that story is true and he gets a DNA test, that'd be wild.
I think it can't be true because I think Musk was like 13.
Oh, okay. Well, that's too bad.
Yeah, I think it's definitely not true.
This is an intro. So I guess if it's not true, then I'm bearish on it. If you go to the Chat GPT one, it's not really a great bullish bearish. It's the third line.
Moon?
Go to the second. Go to the tab where it says bullish bearish on our sheet.
Let's see, got it. Ooh, I like these kind of things. Let's see what that is.
Yeah, so it's funny because Mio turned me on to this. I was saying like, yeah, my GPT is just like too friendly, too nice, and this gave it the prompts for like, don't be so nice. Subdue. I did this verbatim, like word for word. I put this in my Chat GPT. If you thought, what was your AI guy at Slam? What was his name?
Oh, the bull.
The bull. If you thought the bull was a dick, I don't know what the name is for my Chat GPT right now. It is scorched earth on Henry.
Wow.
Like it's wild the difference of how it reacts now and the output that it gives versus what it was before I put it in. So yeah, if you're feeling like your Chat GPT is just too nice, too uplifting, patting you on your back all the time, and you just actually want it to be a little bit realer with you about stuff. This tweaks it, I think, a little too far over the edge, but it's still pretty good.
Yeah, I need that, dude, because when I use it, and Grok does it too, I'll like today research in Fusaka, and I'll say, okay, I think I understand this works this way, and then this and this, and then it'll go spot on. It's like this, and I wasn't spot on, right? It tells me I was, but then it's actually like a little bit wrong. And when I'm wrong, I want it to like tell me I'm wrong. I want to know I'm wrong, not that I was right. And
yeah,
more I need to know. Yeah, they're too. I think these LMs are not in a good spot right now. So bullish on that. I'm gonna have to try that.
Yeah, try it out.
Claude is the best. I've heard Claude has gotten very good, and Gemini is right now, I guess, the best one. So, but Grok I use now more than ChatGPT. It's phenomenal.
I think that might be it. The Drunk Raccoon one's pretty decent.
That was a good one, dude. Yeah, hang on. The lion one's great too. Hang on. Drunk raccoon.
Third one up or second one down.
Got it. So that
this cute little bugger, man. He just found himself in a that's not it. Oh yeah. Found himself in a liquor store and got in a liquor store, damaged a bunch of bottles, lapped it up, and then passed out next to the toilet.
That's incredible. Oh man, fucking amazing. Bullish on that raccoon, little party animal. Love it.
Yep.
Should I play that scary video or is that a nothing burger? It's creepy, dude.
Yeah, why not?
I watched early this morning. I was up very early and I put it on and then I had to turn it off. It gave me like the spooky spooks.
Yeah, go for it.
It was rough. It was pretty rough. Guys, if you're here, set the stage, guys. I want you to like make sure things are very quiet. I want you to full screen things. By the way, this is bonkers. New like update or whatever with Kling AI. It's so cool.
Wow.
AI shit's just so good now, man. It's so fucking good.
All right, get to your
last one. Here we go.
Your lunatic one.
I hate scrolling. I should have prepped it better.
Oh, that's.
I'm about to give up on it.
Yeah, it's too bad. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Okay, man camping in the woods, freaky as fuck. Okay, turn your lights off if you can, guys. Just get it in the mood.
Kaya. Matala na matala ho. Hey.แล้วผมโดนหลอกเนี่ย
I don't like it, dude.
It's incredibly freaky.
มึงใครเนี่ยเฮ้ย
Gives me like the Exorcist vibe creeps.
Boy, oh boy.
I got like is it cortisol? What's the heart attack chemical? Cortisol, whatever. I felt like that fucking terrified feeling this morning. Didn't like it. Didn't like it. Ugh. Anyway, whatever.
I think that's it, dude.
Bruh. Okay. I think that's it. Dude, fun show. I love having the guests on. I think we should make a goal of a guest every week. I think we should. Great people. There's so many more great builders out there. Want them all on here. We got to do it. So.
Great show, sir. Great show.
Great show. Hey, let's do a couple self shills. Of course, follow Chart Monkeys over on X. Follow the Cyber Kongs on X as well. You know you need to be following the great Henry the Grape. Herney. Follow Henry the freaking Grape.
And follow Huda.
X.
Huda Idiot.
Follow me. And if you're a builder out there, if you're building out there, you need to tap into some blockchain. I want to show that Serpent. I want to show. We got a reputation thing. I so want to show it to him. I'm probably going to DM him and show him. But
DM him.
I'm going to DM him. I'm going to say, hey, you're doing reputation airdrop stuff. This is how you target or eliminate the wash trade people. This is how you target the guys who hold tokens and don't dump. And anyway, follow me, Huda_idiot. Join us in Slam Nation if you're a builder and want to come on my show. There we go. Guys, have a great freaking week. We made it through one holiday. The big one's coming up in a few weeks. So you see us a couple more times before that. And we got some cool shit coming. So have a great day, fam. See ya.
Bye.
Goodbye.